Now, back to the interview from a few minutes ago with Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy. The best of the morning X. 99X.
I want to ask you about A Knight's Tale, and the action in the movie is
It's great
phenomenal.
action.
You know, we've all
amazing,
seen, because we've all seen like a lot of these medieval movies that have to do with jousting, but you never really get to experience, at least I've never experienced such up-close intensity what the jousting was like, which impressed me. I mean, you really see how hard these guys hit each other. And
Yeah, and they were actually hitting each other. That's the astounding thing. I mean, these
Really?
There's no computer graphics whatsoever. These stunt guys were charging down, the lists at 30 miles an hour and connecting, dropping that.
30 miles an hour going opposite directions,
Yeah,
so they're
and-
really going faster.
Yeah.
And how many takes of that? I mean, how many takes do they do of that?
They would do 15 hits. I mean, I'm talking about having a lance smashed open on their chest, doing backflips off the horse, landing on the ground in full armor.
Any injuries on the set?
Bless you. They'd do that 15 times over, and then they'd get up and do it again the next day. And yeah, there were a couple
sore.
of injuries.
Where there must have been some broken bones or
Yeah,
something.
one guy had his jaw ripped up around his earlobe.
How
That's
much of
nice.
it did you do?
I did as much as I could up until a point of impact, both ways.
Well, so we're watching the movie, and and it's got a nice little love story. And the actress, your leading lady in this is
She's gorgeous.
Yeah,
gorgeous.
she is.
And it's beautifully set. And then explain the soundtrack, because what we were scratching our heads at when we were looking at here's this clear medieval period piece, but the songs are like classic stadium rock songs. We Will Rock You, and
The Boys Are Back in Town.
AC/DC, You Shook Me
Yeah.
All Night Long.
Well, it's basically
Stuff like
running
that.
a parallel between sporting life back then and today, and that's what the obviously the bandstand music is. But it's really, I mean, his intentions with the music were, I believe, to just smash down any barriers that were restricting us to historical truths. It's not a BBC biopic on a young knight and his quest for knighthood. It's a fairy tale.
Do you think it breaks any of the, you kind of sink yourself into that medieval time, and then all of a sudden you're listening to Thin Lizzy, and
Well, that's the point. It's transporting you to some place else, as opposed to people sitting there, looking for truths and looking for inaccuracies. And
It also, to me, energized a lot of those scenes, too.
yeah.
Heath Ledger is here. Let's go to another fan. Sue.
Yes,
Hello, Sue. You're on with Heath Ledger.
I
thank
see.
you very much. First of all, I'd like to say that I'm a mom of a daughter who is absolutely crazy about you and some friends, so they're your biggest fans. Also, you had a small singing part in 10 Things I Hate About You, and do you like to sing, and would you be interested in ever doing anything live, like on Broadway?
I do like to sing. I would like to do something on Broadway, I guess, someday. I don't know. I guess it's just about finding the confidence and finding the right thing to do.
And anything on Broadway right now that interests you?
I'm not sure. I'll find out in a couple of days when I get to New York. I'm not really up on the Broadway shows right now.
I think you'd be great in Annie Get
Thanks,
Your Gun. Yeah, I think that. An Annie Get Your Gun thing.
It looked like in this movie, A Knight's Tale, that you guys were having a total blast because the cast is great.
Yeah, we had so much fun shooting that thing. I mean, that was the thing. I mean, to me, looking at the movie, it really presents like you could say it's like a photo album for me, of that period of my time, because we really had so much fun offset, that it was easy just to translate that relationship on screen.
Where was that shot?
In Prague.
You ever been there before?
No,
It looked like beautiful country.
it is. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Where did you and Heather Graham meet?
In Prague.
In Prague? She was shooting something else at the same time there?
Yep.
That's kind of unusual. You'd have two major movies both shooting in
At the
Prague
same
at the
time.
same
There was
time.
actually 9 movies shooting in there. You'd be surprised.
Really? Is that some?
Junior Hollywood.
Is that like a big Hollywood locale that we don't
It
know
is right
about?
now. It's well, they do know about it, and there's a bunch of movies being shot there, but I guess it's a lot cheaper. Yeah, and there's the climate.
How was the? How did you guys meet socially? Were you introduced to each other, or
It was
just at a party?
through coincidence. Yeah.
I can see you really like talking about that part of your life.
Well, I mean, really, let's sit
Well,
down and
people-
talk about your f***ing life.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
easy,
ouch.
easy. Hang on a minute.
Oh.
See, you can't say that word here.
There's
on
$5
American
grand.
Radio.
Aubrey.
Hi.
You're on with Heath
we're
Ledger.
just human interest stuff, Heath.
I know.
Oh,
Excuse
no
me.
problem. I was just calling to ask if you planned on staying in America for a while or going back to Australia, or really what your future plans lie ahead for you.
Well, yeah, I'm going to stay in America for as long as I can. I mean, I guess I got to, fly in between the two because I really like to get home. I really miss home, Australia. But, LA is my home also, and I got a lot of good friends there, so,
That's great.
float.
What do you miss? I mean, do you miss the most? Do you miss food? Do you miss Vegemite?
I do. I really miss Vegemite.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that, my family, my friends, the ocean, the sky,
I know, definitely.
Never been to Australia. I'd love to go, though.
Beautiful.
It's wonderful here.
Thanks, Aubrey.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
How tough is it now for you to select roles? Because, I'm sure a lot of offers are coming in. Do you look at each one individually, or do you have agents that kind of go through them for you?
You do. I mean, that's the tough thing, is because it can be frustrating because you don't really know exactly what you're missing out on. Because you do. Your agent does ultimately give you the first selection that you make your choices from. But I try to make the my own choices, running upon my own instincts and it can be hard because your opinions can be clouded and influenced by people around you. But
because there were a couple of rumors going around on the internet that you could be the next Lestat, or you might be in the next Mad Max movie, and all these rumors start happening.
yeah, I know. I think a lot of those are just rumors. Yeah.
You haven't heard any of those, okay?
I have, but I'd love to play Mad Max, but they'd be mad if they didn't get Mel. So, I'm sure he'd do it if they were going to.
I was reading this interview with you, and you had said, that you're having a great time with your career right now, but
Yeah.
as soon as it stops being fun, then you would back out.
Yeah.
What would you do you think?
I don't know. I take photos. That's what I do. That's definitely my passion.
What
so-
type? I mean, you like to take of people or just...
Nothing in particular. It's basically, what do you see every morning when you wake up? That sort of documenting my own life kind of thing. I do take portraits.
Are you up on the technology? Digital camera? You're doing that while you're out on the
Not
road?
really.
Or?
I have a digital camera, but I'm kind of interested in film right now while it's still around. So
Yeah, hurry. You better
Yeah,
buy some and keep it
exactly.
around. It may be gone.
Yeah, it will be.
Before you, you picked any of your roles, you were kind of hanging out for a while without any job. Were you doing any odd jobs? I mean, what were you doing to survive?
Nothing, just living off what money I'd had made in the past and then just stretching that out as far as possible.
Because you were broke. You were stone cold broke, pretty much, weren't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was.
I mean, that...
Was that at the time when you auditioned for the Patriot?
Yeah.
So you're mentally you were just kind of down too, and you just I guess.
Well, no, you know what? Just because I was broke, I wasn't really that down. It was actually one of the funnest periods of my life over that year. I didn't really need money to be happy. I didn't have any obligations. I just had a lot of time to spend by myself thinking and with my friends, and so it really wasn't that bad. Professionally, a little frustrating because you're just wondering where your career is going to go or if it's going to go.
Now that you've had some money, do you think it would be harder to go back to that place, though?
Oh, well, I guess so, yeah.
I mean, it's like once, if you don't know anything different, then it's, you manage. But
yeah,
like going back to not having money after having
I
it,
guess,
that could suck.
That would suck. But
Now, did you You just finished doing that movie with Kate Hudson,
yeah.
Four Feathers?
Yeah, Four Feathers.
Do you know when that's coming out?
Yeah, I think around Christmas time.
So you want to take a little time off right now?
Yeah, I will.
Heath, thanks for coming in. May 11th, we'll look for the opening of A Knight's Tale.
Really
Thank
good
you.
movie.
Theaters everywhere. This is Heath Ledger. Thank you, sir.